Hello everyone and welcome to Fashion Bob's instruction videos. Today we're going to talk about how to add a belt to your dress. For this video, I'm going to be attaching this black lace belt to this pink dress. Both of these are part of our inspiration boxes, and we're going to go over some different ways you can attach this belt to the dress. The first thing that you can do is use the belt just as it is. And since this is elastic lace, you can just wrap it around your waist and tie it on a ribbon on the back. If you actually want to attach the belt to the dress in a more sturdy way, you can use little hooks that you can stitch by hand to the dress. To do that, you will need just a little bit of the black lace, and what you can do is cut 4 different pieces. You can also do 6 depending on how many hooks you want to put on the dress. So I have the fabric right here, and then I'm just gonna fold the lace like this so that the pieces are equal, more or less. So I'm just gonna fold it and then cut, and hopefully this will give us equal pieces. So we're gonna be attaching these pieces on the belt of the dress. As you can see, this will be this area right here. To figure out where exactly you want to attach them, you should take some pins and just kind of like point where you would want these hooks to be. You will want to make sure that the hooks are symmetric. An easy way to do that is to fold the dress in 2 and then put a pin on one of the sides of the dress, and then kind of see its position on the other side. This will give you the symmetrical pin. You can do that for the pins that are in the back or for as many pins or hooks as you need. Now we need to make our lace hooks. So I'm just gonna take the little piece of lace and kind of roll it. And then using the same color thread, I'm gonna stitch it. It doesn't need to be very sturdy, it doesn't need to be tight, just so that the stitch can keep it together. And then finish it off at the end with a knot. We have our first hook, and we're going to be making 3 more of these. So now we have 4 of these little hooks, and I'm just gonna stitch them right where the pins are. An easy way to figure out where you want to stitch the hooks is just to attach them to the pins. Next, I'm gonna stitch them again with a black thread, starting from the reverse side of the dress. That's very important so that it remains pretty on the outside. We don't need a whole lot of stitches since we don't have a very heavy belt, and I'm just gonna end this one with a little knot. Okay, so now we have these little hooks, 2 on the front and 2 on the back of the dress. The last thing we'll need to do is pull the lace belt through these hooks. This is the front of the dress, and we can end it with a little bow. Okay, so this is how it will look on the back. This is how it will look on the front. So I removed all of these little hooks so that we can go over some other ways you can attach the belt. As you can see, there is absolutely no trace on the dress of the hooks even being there, which means that even if you make a mistake the first time around, you can always remove them and try again. Okay, so the second way that you can attach a belt to this dress is by actually stitching it on the dress. So if you take the belt and make sure that it's aligned, you can stitch it right here on the side and then on this other side. So now what I want to do is take the pins and mark where I want to stitch the belt, You can also do that while wearing the dress if you want to make sure that it will be exactly as you want it to look. And then you can also add another stitch right next to the zipper. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is use my sewing machine to kind of make little stitches on these two sides and around the zipper of the dress. Okay, so I'm ready to remove the pin and start sewing. Notice that I'm using a straight stitch, and I'm also using the maximum stitch length. It's just easier to work that way with lace. Okay, so just sew a little bit right here, and you can see the stitch right next to the zipper. If you want something even sturdier, and if you trust yourself enough with a sewing machine, what you can do is make one stitch that kind of goes in the middle of this belt. To do that, I'm going to use my little sewing machine. I'm using a straight stitch, maximum length. You can use pins and hair clips to attach the lace to the fabric so that you know that you're actually stitching a straight belt. Okay, and this is the stitch that will hold your belt. So once you're done sewing through the middle of the lace belt, this is going to be your end result. No, your dress is not going to change color. That's just another one of our inspiration boxes for which I use the exact same technique. You can see how the belt is attached to the dress. We hope this video was helpful. Check out our clothing kits at fashionbulb.com or subscribe to our channel so that you can keep track of more do-it-yourself fashion tutorials. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.